Today we're going to talk about how to lock down your AWS account using a YubiKey. Let's get started. Hey guys, so let's talk about how to secure your AWS account, and let's just state the obvious. This is really important to do. Obviously, you have to have a strong password, but logging in, like hackers would love to log into your AWS account. They can then spin up, EC2 instances on your credit card and do Bitcoin mining. They can steal your data. There's all kinds of like really great gems if somebody logs into your AWS account. And so just having a password or even multi-factor authentication with SMS to your cell phone, it just doesn't cut it, especially if it's your Amazon root account. So your root account is the keys to the kingdom. That is the one account that controls your whole Amazon account. And then you have further accounts from there. So if you're federated in a larger organization, or if you just have multiple users, those are not root accounts. But the number one thing is you should guard the root account like as tightly as possible because it has full access. But then even further, all your subsequent users should be locked down as much as possible. I'd highly recommend using physical tokens. So we're going to talk about how to set that up. And then any of your programmatic access that you use, I would highly recommend locking down with an IAM policy. So there's actually a YouTube video that I had done a little while ago on how to lock down a programmatic access user to a specific S3 bucket. So I'll put that link below if you're interested. But today, let's talk about how you can properly lock down your AWS account, whether it's a root or a user, and consider using a YubiKey or a physical token like this to get access. So let's talk about that for a quick second. SMS codes, in my opinion, and other professionals' opinions, is not sufficient. It's relatively easy to get SMS codes to snatch them out of the air. The most common way I've seen of doing this is an attacker will call up your cell phone provider and pretend they are you and say, hey, cell phone provider, I've lost my SIM card, or I need the phone number transferred to this SIM card, or whatever it is. And then they get that phone number on a new SIM card that they have access to. So they already know your username and password from some other compromise, like a phishing attack, or if the password's been leaked through another database or something along those lines. And then now they have the second factor because they've got your cell phone number on their own SIM card. There's a lot of other ways of doing it, but that's a very popular way of doing it. The barrier for entry onto that one is not very high. It's just some basic social engineering, and they can get your phone number on that SIM card. So using SMS is not great. Using authenticators, Google authenticators, or other authenticators are out there, that's better. But sometimes, depending on what authenticator you're using, the private keys can be stored in your cell phone backups. And so again, if somebody gets a hold of those cell phone backups and restores your cell phone backup to their phone, they now have that second factor login. And this might seem like a little bit of overkill, but man, your AWS stuff, that's really important. Even if you don't use it for anything critical for your business, the fact that your credit card is on that account and they can spin up whatever instances they want, and they can spend $10,000 in an hour very easily. So and Amazon's not going to care. They're just going to say pay the bill. So you really want to make sure you lock down your account, and that's where a physical token comes in great. So we're going to go to the computer and we're going to set this up, and I'm going to show you how to lock down your account well and using a physical token, and then that way you can try to protect yourselves against these hackers. So let's go do that now. Okay, so we're going to log into an Amazon account here, and we're going to lock it down with a YubiKey. And like I said before, this is really important to lock down your Amazon accounts. Many accounts it's important, but Amazon, if they get into your account and they get access to the right permissions, they could either take your data or destroy your VMs, or worse, in my opinion, is they can actually just spin up VMs and resources under your credit card and use it for Bitcoin mining or something like that. It's happened. So make sure you secure your accounts. So we're going to secure it with a YubiKey. So I've got my YubiKey here. I'm signed into a demo account on AWS. And so basically I'm just going to go down to my account here, and I'm going to go my security credentials. So I'm going to plug the YubiKey into my computer. And they give you a couple different options here for MFA devices. So technically, we could do a U2F security key. That is what a YubiKey is, or any U2F key. You could do this. I don't personally like to do it this way because if I want to sign into an Amazon account that's on like a VM, which this is, or somewhere else that maybe doesn't have a port free or anything along those lines, then it just becomes harder, right? Especially on VMs or virtual desktops or anything like that. It's hard to pass the U2F key down to the virtual machines. So what I like to do is I do the virtual MFA, but I install the private token on the YubiKey, so it's physically with it. So I hit continue, and then I'll do the QR code. So now this is the private key. So I fire up the YubiKey Authenticator, which is here, and I want to go ahead and add the account. So it scans the screen, it sees the QR code, and it automatically adds it to the YubiKey. So it's now hard-coded into that device. So here's the first code. I copy that into MFA code 1, and then I just got to wait for the next code to load. Okay, so now we have the second code, and we go ahead and copy that, paste that into MFA code 2, hit assign, and then now this AWS account is locked down with that YubiKey. So again, if you look at this YubiKey Authenticator, if I take the key out, there's no codes there. If I take this key and I plug it into any other computer with the YubiKey Authenticator, or if I plug it into my cell phone, if this is USB-A, so you can get like a C to A adapter, or there's YubiKeys with NFC. There's a couple different options out there. You can get ones that are also USB-C or Lightning, whatever phone you have. You can plug them into your phone with the YubiKey Authenticator app, and then you get the codes. I'm gonna plug it into my computer again, and then you'll see right away it can load the codes. You can also password protect these codes if you want to go a step further, so that if you happen to get a hold of this YubiKey and plug it into your computer with your YubiKey Authenticator, you'd have to know my password before you would see these codes. So now this account is locked down that way. This is the only way to get into this account. So if I lost this YubiKey, I would have, this is not a root account, so I could have to go into the root account and reset this system. If it was the root account, and I highly recommend doing a physical token for your root account, then my recommendation would be to try to have two YubiKeys that would be both MFA'd the same way we just did it, or one could be U2F and one as MFA'd with the virtual, but I just would typically do the virtual, and just store one, at your office and one on your person in your backpack or whatever. And then if that gets stolen, then you at least have the other key for the root account to log in. Better yet, actually, just use different Amazon accounts. It doesn't cost you money to create users. So lock your root account down with a YubiKey token, store that YubiKey token in a secure place, a vault or something like that, and then just use multiple user accounts. So you can even create two for yourself and have one YubiKey for each, depending on which account you want to tie to. There's a couple different ways of doing it, but just the number one thing, lock down your root account really, really, really well, and don't use your root account on a regular basis. Use other AWS accounts. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to log out of this account now. So here's my Amazon login account. So I'm going to go demo account and my password. And now it's asking for the MFA code. So I go to my YubiKey Authenticator with the YubiKey plugged into my computer. I copy the code over, I hit submit, and now I'm into the account. And again, if I take this YubiKey out with me, then it's secured. So some people might say, well, it takes up a port on your computer. What if you don't have a port free? Some people would say, and I've experienced this, what happens if you leave it in the computer? And that's why I've started to go more towards the mobile friendly ones. I don't like the NFCs personally. I just don't want it broadcasting. But I'll use the USB-C and plug it into my cell phone. And that way it's right with me. It's in my cell phone. I load the code into the computer and then I pull it out and I put it back in my backpack. So I don't forget it. I don't go anywhere without my cell phone, so I'm not going to forget the key. But if I put the key into a work computer or something like that, and I might go home and leave the key here, and then I need access, and that doesn't work. So those are some of the considerations to think about when you have a physical token. But as far as hackability, this is really, really nice. Unless you have access to this, you're just not going to get the token. So you can hijack my phone number or take my SMSs out of the air or whatever. It doesn't matter because those codes aren't being sent over SMS. The Google Authenticator is a really great option if you don't want to spend $50 on a token. You can use the Authenticator, any Authenticator, Google's or others, but some of them do back up the private keys to the cell phone's backup account. So if somebody gets into the cell phone backup account and restores that account to a different phone, then it's possible that they could get those private keys. So you may want to look into that if the app is doing that. So those are just some of the considerations. But now this AWS account is locked down with this physical key, and without this physical key, you're not getting access to this account. Okay, guys, so hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, please thumbs up. If you like these types of videos, hit that subscribe button. We do a new video every Friday afternoon, and we're going to talk about security. We're going to talk about cloud products. We cover as much of this as we can. Consider going to hardware token. I really can't stress these enough. I'm not sponsored by YubiKey. Buy whatever hardware token you want. I use these all the time, and I like them. But really lock down your stuff with the hardware token. You don't have to lock everything down, but just the crown jewels, the really, really, really key stuff. So your Amazon stuff, your Google stuff, whatever is really, really, really critical, especially if that leads to a gateway into something else. So I have another video about how to lock down your Gmail account, because often if if I want to log into your Facebook or something like that, if a hacker wants to do that, they can hit forgot password. And if they have access to your Gmail, using that forgot password method may permit them access. So again, locking down your crown jewel accesses with something like a physical token is great. And these are like $50. They're not that expensive. So go ahead and pick one of these up and set up your accounts. Today, again, we covered on how to do your AWS account. There's other ones on Gmail and Dropbox and LastPass. So I'll include those in the description below. Hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up if you like this. If you have any comments, please let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.